Hello and welcome to episode 114 of Eye on the Tigers, the podcast with an eye on the Telford Tigers. Let's dive straight on in, 'cause it's been a busy odd week, I think we could say, in Telford. Comings, goings, all kinds of things going on. So, Tigers 2, let's kick off there. So, recent weeks seen a couple of player departures, also a player arrival. Another player arrival, Matt Morris joining from Solihull Barons. Seems a good sign. He spent plenty of seasons at Solihull. Certainly the accompanying press release was very positive in terms of what it'd bring, how it'd fit into the team, and the like. So a signing there. As well as a signing there was a departure. Very bad news for Tigers 2, this one. Finlay Howes has left Tigers 2. So, one of the top point scorers, putting up some really big numbers in North 1, but he will not be doing it for the rest of the season. Bad news for Tigers 2. But good news for Telford Tigers, because he has joined Telford Tigers for the rest of the season. Not being funny, but there's not going to be any argument from any Tigers fan there. If halfway through a season you can bring in a British-born player who's going to be going along at sort of point a game plus, you're not going to turn it down, quite simply. Delighted to have Finn back, play for the Tigers. Sure he's going to put up some good numbers and play a really important role in the second half of the season. Whilst we're on the Telford Tigers, again, we've seen some movement there. So Jake Price has been released. Complimentary statement that was put out. No sort of reasoning behind it, although there were rumours that with the the age caps in league, age cap that is in place in the league, that had something to do with it. Jake Price released. Been a good, strong player for the club. Done a really good job on the blue line, added physical presence and everything like that. Big loss, I think it could be for the Tigers. Jake Price released, but Tigers did welcome Christian Fugalis. He spent some time at Hull and Leeds, I believe. It does bolster the D line just a little bit. Again, it seems to be an area where we pick up injuries and stuff like that. So welcome Christian, and look forward to seeing what happens over the rest of the season. So, as I said, busy old week there in Telford in terms of comings and goings. Let's get on to the action, though, in terms of what's happened. So, as always, we'll kick off with Tigers 2. It was just one game this week for Tigers 2, and that was away at Billingham. And what a game it was as well. Nice and simple. Tigers 2, needed a point to be qualifying as Cup semi-finalists. Would they get it? Well, early signs weren't exactly fantastic, as I think at one point Billingham were 3-1 up, but Tigers 2 rallied and came out with a 5-4 win. So they've secured their place in the semi-final of the Cup. First season in North 1, fantastic achievement. Congrats to all. Let's see what happens now. Semi-final, anything could happen. So fingers crossed for Tigers 2. Obviously another good win for them. To have got a Cup semi-final place in first season, I think very impressive for stepping up the league. Telford Tigers, 2 games as normal this weekend. Saturday it was a trip down to Bristol. Bit of a strange one. I think throughout the first period, Tigers had definitely the better of the game, but just could not find that final pass or the shot or anything such as that. Bristol far less of the game, but clinical when they broke and went into a 2-0 lead. It didn't take them too long into the second period to actually double that lead, and 4-0 lead. I've got to admit, at that point, I was thinking, God, this is going to be one of those nights where, we're just not going to score, nothing's going to happen. We're going to have loads of the game, but not actually sort of create any chances or anything such as that. But it did turn around. Came 4-1, and then 4-2, and then 4-3 at the end of the second period. And a huge save right at the end of the period as well from Ben Norton to mean that we were going into the third period just trailing by the 1 goal. However, it only took about 25-30 seconds into the third period for Bristol to get a 5th goal. Tigers did pull one back, made it 5-4, and then later on pulled the netminder. Kind of half created some stuff, but nothing really. Yeah, kind of like in there, but yeah, a bit like that. So Bristol ran out 5-4 winners. I think that's probably the best I've seen Bristol play. I thought they were pretty clinical. They were perhaps a bit unlucky in the second periods. They certainly hit the post at least twice. But yeah, no, was impressed. Perhaps signs that things are starting to click a bit more there in Bristol. I mean, certainly recent results, particularly at home, have shown that they were. But no, from having seen it, they've looked better than when I have previously seen them. So it's a good signs there for Bristol fans. Sunday, it was at home to the Basingstoke Bison. Again, Bison got into a 2-goal lead, and this time pretty quickly. But Tigers battled through. And I think, I've only seen sort of like the score from this one. Wasn't there or anything such as that, but it looks like once Tigers got into the lead, that was kind of it. They were able to keep it, and finally ran out 7-4 winners. An empty net goal at the end, just adding perhaps an extra touch of gloss to it. So an important win. I said last week that with Bristol and Basingstoke, it would have been a weekend looking for obviously ideally 4 points, but been hoping for at least 3 from it. Come away with 2, but if we hadn't got anything against Basingstoke or sort of an overtime loss or something, I really do think it would have gone down as a disappointing weekend from that kind of perspective. Coming weekend, bit of a strange one. So the Tigers are playing on Friday night again. Then Saturday night, Tigers 2 are at home. They're taking on Hull Jets. I should have said Friday night's away at Sheffield Steel Dogs. And then Sunday, both teams are in action. Tigers 2 up at Widnes to take on Widnes Wild. And Telford Tigers at home to the Solway Sharks. For Tigers, go to Steel Dogs is going to be tough. Last time we went there, we got a pretty good win from what I can remember. I want to say it's something like 7-1. It might be a stretch to repeat that one again, but we'll see. Obviously, Sheffield are a very strong team. I think they've shown that throughout the season. So, we'll see what happens to them. I feel as though a point would be a good result up there without sort of being negative or defeatist or anything such as that. And then at home on the Sunday against Solway, it's got to be a win, quite simply. Solway have had troubles this season, struggling to pick up points and results. So, Tigers have really got to capitalise on that and make sure it's a game they win. So, that's it for this episode. I'll be back this time next week. Bye for now.